UFC lightweight division is on the brink of a new era, with Ilia Topuria's meteoric rise and Islam Makhachev's established dominance setting the stage for a potential rivalry of historic proportions. As fans and analysts draw parallels to the legendary Khabib-McGregor saga, anticipation for their clash continues to build. Before we jump in, a quick request: if you enjoy our content, please consider subscribing. It's just one click for you, but it means the world to us. Thanks for the support. Now let's get started. The rise of Ilia Topuria and the new UFC power dynamic. The world of mixed martial arts is no stranger to seismic shifts, but few have been as dramatic as the recent ascension of Ilia Topuria. With his electrifying first-round knockout of Charles Oliveira at UFC 317, Topuria not only claimed the lightweight championship, but also vaulted to the top of the UFC's pound-for-pound rankings, overtaking Islam Makhachev and signaling the dawn of a new era in the sport. This meteoric rise has sparked intense debate and speculation about the future of the lightweight division, and more intriguingly, about the potential for a rivalry that could define a generation, one that mirrors the legendary clash between Khabib Nurmagomedov and Conor McGregor. The legacy of Khabib vs McGregor, a blueprint for stardom. To understand the significance of the Topuria-Makhachev dynamic, it is essential to revisit the impact of the Khabib Nurmagomedov vs Conor McGregor rivalry. Their 2018 bout was more than a title fight. It was a cultural phenomenon that elevated both men to global superstardom. For Khabib, the victory over McGregor was the crowning achievement of his career, propelling him into the mainstream and cementing his legacy as one of the sport's all-time greats. McGregor, already a superstar, became an even larger figure, his brash persona and promotional prowess drawing millions of new fans to the sport. Daniel Cormier, a former UFC double champion and teammate of Makhachev at the American Kickboxing Academy, aka, has drawn direct parallels between that rivalry and the potential for Topuria and Makhachev to play similar roles for each other. Cormier has argued that, just as Khabib needed McGregor to reach the pinnacle of fame and legacy, so too might Makhachev and Topuria need each other to ascend to the next level of stardom and historical significance. Ilia Topuria, the new king and his meteoric rise. Ilia Topuria's journey to the top has been nothing short of spectacular. After vacating the featherweight title, Topuria moved up to lightweight and immediately made an impact by knocking out Charles Oliveira in devastating fashion. The victory not only earned him the lightweight belt, but also made him the first undefeated two-division champion in UFC history, a feat that has drawn comparisons to Conor McGregor's own historic run through the featherweight and lightweight divisions. Topuria's style, however, sets him apart. While McGregor was known for his precision striking and psychological warfare, Topuria has built his reputation on relentless aggression, knockout power, and an unshakable self-belief. His ability to predict and deliver first-round knockouts against elite competition has led some, including former champions and analysts, to compare his mentality to that of Muhammad Ali and his finishing ability to Mike Tyson. At just 28 years old and with a perfect 17-0 record, Topuria's aura of invincibility is reminiscent of the sport's greatest icons. Islam Makhachev, the heir to Khabib's throne. Islam Makhachev, long seen as the spiritual successor to Khabib Nurmagomedov, has carved out his own legacy with a dominant run at lightweight, including multiple title defenses. His technical mastery, suffocating grappling, and calm demeanor have made him a formidable champion and a fan favorite among purists. However, with his recent move to challenge for the welterweight title, Makhachev has left the lightweight division in flux, opening the door for new rivalries and narratives to emerge. Despite his achievements, Makhachev's star power has not yet reached the stratospheric heights of Khabib or McGregor. This is where the potential rivalry with Topuria becomes crucial. As Cormier has noted, the right opponent can elevate a champion's legacy in ways that mere title defenses cannot. A clash with Topuria, who now holds the pound-for-pound crown, could provide the kind of high-stakes, high-profile matchup that defines careers and captivates the world. The need for each other, legacy, stardom, and the business of fighting. The notion that Topuria and Makhachev need each other is rooted in the unique alchemy of combat sports, where legacy is often forged not just by victories, but by the quality and magnitude of one's rivals. Cormier's perspective is that While personal animosity or stylistic differences may exist, the mutual benefit of a blockbuster fight is undeniable. Just as Khabib's legacy was amplified by his rivalry with McGregor, so too could Makhachev and Topuria elevate each other to new heights. Topuria's own comments reflect an awareness of this dynamic. He has openly dismissed comparisons to McGregor on a personal level, emphasizing his own values and approach to the sport. But he has not shied away from the idea that he is now a bigger star than the Irishman, at least in terms of current relevance and achievement. Makhachev's camp, for their part, has acknowledged the validity of the comparison in terms of performance, even as they draw distinctions in character and conduct. The road ahead. Will the Superfight happen? Despite the mutual need, the path to a Topuria-Makhachev Superfight is not without obstacles. Makhachev's focus on the welterweight title and Topuria's recent dominance at lightweight mean that their trajectories may not immediately align. However, the clamour from fans, analysts, and even fellow fighters for this matchup continues to grow. The UFC, ever attuned to the business of spectacle, is unlikely to ignore the potential for a rivalry that could rival or even surpass the Khabib-McGregor saga in terms of global impact. In the end, the story of Ilia Topuria and Islam Makhachev is still being written. What is clear is that both men stand on the precipice of greatness, and that their legacies may ultimately be defined not just by their individual achievements, but by the battles they wage against each other. As history has shown, in the world of mixed martial arts, sometimes you truly do need each other to reach the very top. Whether or not Ilia Topuria and Islam Makhachev ultimately face off, their intertwined legacies are already shaping the future of mixed martial arts. Their potential rivalry promises not only to captivate audiences worldwide, but also to define a generation, echoing the sport's most iconic moments and elevating both fighters to new heights. If you want more videos like this, don't forget to like and subscribe. It's just a tiny click for you, but it makes a massive difference for us. Thanks for supporting the channel.